so not ready. And so I was like all excited, and I got them all together. I was like, show Crystal my website. She's like, no. And everybody like back home was like, oh, I love your website, I love your website. But I knew that Crystal would really tell me the truth. She was like, no, it's too much of a salon website. If you want to be a fashion, you want to be in the fashion industry, you have to make that have editorial, because there's a big difference between editorial, TV, and salon hair. I said, oh, okay. Well, Crystal, I'm going to move to New York in 2009. She said, okay. So I worked on it, got my comp cards together. I was like, yes. I don't know this time. Crystal would tell me the truth. Crystal, look at my, no. But at least you know it this time, Antwon. Like you knew it before I even have to tell you, you know it. I just wanted you to tell me. I said, I know it now. Yeah. So I said, okay, Crystal. So I think it was like January 2009, I was planning on, no, it was like 2008, I was planning on, no, somewhere in 2009, I was planning on moving to New York. So I started joining the, the conferences, the phone calls. And Crystal told me everything I need to do. She said, Antwon, start researching, hairstylists and photographers that you like. Start researching them, learn them, and then start. When you see a magazine, you see a picture that blows you away, tear it out, okay? And then research it. Who did makeup? Who did the photography? Who did the style? And so after a couple months passed, we was on our second conference, and I said something. Chris was like, well, Antwon, did you do that? How many pictures do you have torn out? Oh, I got about 3. She's like, Antwon, are you serious? I was like, yeah, I do all that when I get to New York. She's like, well, if you can't do it here in Durham, North Carolina, where people are nice, I don't see you having much success in New York, where people are busy. And I was like, wow. And she just, I call it the foot in my ass. And she just broke me down right there on the phone in front of everybody and didn't care. And that was the beginning of a beautiful love affair. I had so much respect for her. So after that, I got serious. So every picture that I saw, I would tear it out, if it blew me away. I knew what I liked. I knew my work. I knew that I liked really good, clean hair, really nice makeup. So I would tear it out. So most of the work throughout my research was done by Oscar James. So I decided to hit him up. And again, I learned how to call only once, every Friday, same time. So that Tuesday, the following Tuesday, which was the Easter week, it was the Easter Friday, you know what I'm saying, in April. So he calls me back on Tuesday, Antwon, come on. You in Durham, North Carolina, I'm in New York. What can you do for me? I said, well, I will make myself available to you. He said, okay, come up Friday. Now, you salon hairstylists know this is money. Book is booked down. Okay, Friday and Saturday. Going shopping afterwards. Okay. So I took all my Friday clients, pushed them over to Saturday. They all understood because I've always talked about it. So Thursday night, my flight was leaving at 7:30. I get to the airport. I was so excited that I had booked the entire wrong flight. It was for the following week. So I'm standing there like, OMG. What can I do? So I said, okay, here's my card. I'm trying to, because throughout all the excitement, I could not remember my PIN number. So you know what happens when you keep getting your PIN number. The card froze. So now I can't get to New York tomorrow. Like I promised him that I would be there for the 9:30 call time. So here I am with $50 in my pocket. I made the conscious decision to drive to New York. An 8-hour drive. I've never driven to New York before in my life. I had a slow leak in my tire, one headlight, no roadside assistance. A bottle of water